What's up, observers? Welcome back to another episode of Third Party Observers. How are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm doing so good. You know, jinx. Anyways, now you cannot speak for the rest of the podcast.
Oh. Great. This is going to be a great episode.
Okay. Stan, you may speak now.
No, thank you, John.
I am a gracious host. You know,
we don't have soda, but there's beer in the fridge. I'll get you one of those.
Thank you. We just celebrated Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
So,
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody.
Yeah, it's now.
It only happens
March 6th?
once a blue moon.
Yeah.
Where it happens on a Friday.
Yeah, that's true.
Every year it happens, but.
Yeah, but on a Friday, watch out. You know, for those of you wondering what Cinco de Mayo is, it's a little known holiday celebrating tacos.
It's a made up holiday where the meaning doesn't matter.
Listen.
Well,
there's a pretty good backstory.
There's a lot of history to it. It goes back all the way back to 1905. So.
Right. Yeah. Maybe John will get the courage to post it.
Maria Del Taco Gonzalez.
Yeah. El Taco.
I'm sorry. Del Taco, the restaurant. Is
you ever eaten at Del Taco?
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not very good.
I don't like it. Del Taco will never sponsor this podcast.
It's doing Maria's name wrong.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just
probably still using intestine.
Intestine.
All right, we got a fun episode planned for you all. But before we get started, go ahead and follow us on social media. So Twitter, we're at Party Observers. That's where you can get the polls that you can vote on for all of our drafts. And then Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, we are at Third Party Observers. So make sure to follow, subscribe. That way you're not missing any of our content and possibly missing this historical story of
event
Cinco de Mayo. So, okay. John is posing this question that he thinks we all should answer. So we're just going to get into it because it is pretty interesting. But what is something that you guys think you should be good at, but you aren't? John, you want to start us off since you have the answer?
Yeah. Something I should be good at is making rice. Like, it's so simple. It's in my heritage, and I cannot make rice at all. It's a damn shame. Honestly, I love rice. Any kind of rice. White rice, steamed rice, fried rice, brown rice, Mexican rice.
Jasmine rice.
I love it all, which is good, but I can't make it. Whenever I make it, it turns out disgusting. Yeah. So I always have to buy it, or I have to resort to like those little packages of Uncle Ben's, like
the 90-minute rice,
or no,
90-minute or 90-second.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's the minute rice, but it's 90 second.
90-second rice.
Yeah. A funny story about rice. My dad didn't, or my mom did most of the cooking at home, but occasionally my dad would have to do it. And one time, my dad made us all wild rice, and my brother and sister hated wild rice,
I love it.
And would not. I mean, we were all sitting at the table, and the brewer household, the rule is, you have to at least eat a little bit of it. But that was also dinner, so like, you had to go hungry if you weren't going to eat it. My brother, my brother and sister both went to tears, started crying.
Wow.
My brother took a bite and then immediately ran to the bathroom and threw up.
No.
My dad still tells that story and just dies laughing.
Hey, at least he tried it. He did the rule. He followed the rules.
It was the rule. So.
Oh, that is so funny. Yeah. But I should put this out. I'm actually a pretty good cook. I just can't cook rice at all.
You make cheesecake.
Oh yeah,
I'm very good at cheesecake.
Yeah.
Sopapilla cheesecake last night for Cinco de Mayo.
So good.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Stan, you have anything you can think of?
It's not necessarily something that you're good. I guess it could take some skill, but I feel like I'm a generally pretty typical guy. I like some weird things, but most guys are really interested in sports, and I don't know. I've just never really been one to get into sports. And
so you think you should be good
know
at
all
watching
the players
sports?
And not watching sports, but just knowledgeable about it. I'm not at all. I mean, you guys know, but I feel like that's something that most guys my age are into, and I'm just not.
Yeah. You know what I just noticed? Austin's not wearing his Cinco de Mayo
It's
hat.
because the plant's wearing it.
Shame.
Sad day.
It
Shame.
wasn't fitting right.
Shame.
So,
I need a bell. Where's my bell?
yeah, I'm gonna stick with the sports thing. I should be better at sports. My dad was
Yeah.
a really good athlete. My uncle was a good athlete. My brother was.
Well,
and
I mean,
sister
you're
were
pretty
good athletes.
athletic.
Let me tell you, you don't want him guarding you during basketball.
I'm not a good
No.
basketball player.
He has
You
a
play
surprise defense, and it is not fun.
I've never used that defense, but I've always threatened
But
to
I'm
use it.
scared. It's scary.
Is it just that one finger defense?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's also an effective way to get rid of hiccups.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. Well, this brings us to our first segment. What would you do? So, just some situations we might find ourselves in at some point in our life. And
If we were so lucky.
yeah. I mean, we've got to be prepared. Observers, you've got to be prepared. So, let's get started. First situation. You're walking in a forest and you find a black suitcase. Inside, it holds $1 million and a piece of paper stained in blood with a single word, don't. Would you take the suitcase or leave it?
Take it.
I'm taking it
Take
too.
it. Take it.
Well, first you check for tracking devices and make sure that someone's not going to like follow you with like a GPS or something. But obviously, it's saying don't leave the money in the forest. I mean, that's the
Right.
message that I'm getting here.
That's the message
Yeah.
there.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, communication is all about, how
gotta be clear,
They might be
concise.
saying one thing, but all the noise in between and how you perceive it,
Exactly.
it's
You don't know what they're trying to say.
yeah.
Like Stan said, they're saying don't leave this. It's important that you have $1
Yeah.
million. Also, like, I don't think we're all superstitious. We're probably just a little stitious. Just
Yeah,
fine.
right.
Just-
Right. Do you think you make it out of the forest?
How deep in, well, first of all, am I on a
what
path?
forest is this? Is this like the Japanese suicide forest?
This,
or
is,
is it?
this
No.
is the Japanese suicide forest, and you find $1 million.
I don't like it.
Well, first of all, I would never go in there. Second of all, if there's
Even
no
for $1 million?
path, I'm gonna get lost.
Producer and Amy and I watched a movie recently that was about the Japanese horror forest.
Yeah, I know nothing about it
I think it's on
except that people
Netflix.
go there and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go there
super
to commit
creepy.
suicide.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I
kind of an interesting movie. It was predictable as most horror movies are, but
Did they die?
someone died.
Well, I'm never gonna
I
watch
will,
it.
I will
so-
not
Yeah.
be watching it.
Yeah.
Spoiler
Our,
alert.
our observers might watch it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one in the group who likes to watch scary movies. So
Stan does.
I like
kinda.
watching them with John.
yeah,
I'm
John's funny. John's a chicken.
I am a chicken. Listen, I don't need that in my life. They're scary.
All right, next hypothetical situation, which is bound to happen at some point. Your local wizard approaches you with an offer of $100,000 for a year off the end of your life. Plus, you can add on an additional $100,000 for each additional year removed from the end of your life. How many years are you sacrificing?
6.
Wow.
That's a lot. 6 years for $600,000.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, if you live, I think the average male lives to 84.
no, it's
80?
high 70s, I think, isn't it?
I don't know.
Men
Yeah.
don't live as long as
Right.
women.
Well, I feel like we are starting to live longer. Let's just say, because I said 84. 84. What's your quality of life? I'll be honest with my diet. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. So what's
That's
78? Who cares?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
At that point.
okay. So
also,
here's the numbers for you.
$600,000. Like I could buy a pretty nice house.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not enough to like set you so you don't have to work for life, but it's enough to get you on a really good track.
Get you started.
Yeah.
You could.
What are the numbers there, Stan?
So the numbers are in North America, which is where we are located. It is 77 for males and 81 for females.
But I feel like it's just going up.
It is, yeah. It'll probably be a little bit higher once we get up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you never know. Genetics, whatever
Yeah.
the case may be with your family,
Right.
whatever. I mean,
So
because I've got good genetics on one side and not great genetics on the other, so they'll probably even out.
I don't
think
know
I'd
what my
take 10.
genetics are. So
That's true. He doesn't. But
Yeah.
he's Asian. Asians typically have better
Yeah.
lifespans.
Did you say 10?
I'm taking 10.
10 years?
Same logic.
Oh my gosh. Get $1 million
Yeah.
bucks?
see, I
Golly.
feel like that's a little too much.
I
but
feel like, yeah.
Stan's taking half a year.
No, I'm 0 years.
I mean,
not giving
the
up
other thing
anything.
you don't know is like, what if you're, destined to die at 30.
Yeah. What if? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because death doesn't mean old age necessarily.
Right.
What if you
No.
get in a car wreck?
No, you're right.
But
Yeah.
the wizard knows.
You're right. But
The wizard
you know,
knows.
whatever.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm doing it.
Risk it.
Yeah.
Risk it for the biscuit.
No, risk it, no
Absolutely.
biscuit.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna live as long as I can.
All right. Last one. You're offered a chance to go back in time. Where are you going and what are you doing?
Well, I'm sticking to pretty much right now. Like maybe. Well, here's the thing, and I think Nate Bargatze does a funny bit about this. Like,
Yeah.
you go back in time, like, oh yeah, let me. And what are you gonna do? Like, you're not. Your average Joe is not an inventor. Like, yeah, I come from the. Look at this phone. This, you know.
Like, how does it work? You know?
I don't know. Yeah, like if I went back in time, like, oh, you could go back in time and kill Hitler. First of all, I don't know where in Germany Hitler is. How am I supposed to find him? There's no internet. Like, do they have phone books? I don't know these things. Like, do I just go around saying, "Excuse me, sir, do you know where Adolf Hitler is?" And I was like, I don't know. So obviously, I'm not gonna go. Also, it would suck. I wouldn't do that. So farthest back I'd go is like maybe 2000.
I'm reading this question like I can go back in time and then I can come back to present.
Yeah, that's
Not
what I was
I'm
thinking.
stuck in
Okay.
that because that changes everything.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm gonna go back to the time of dinosaurs, and I'm gonna look at the dinosaurs and see if they're real,
Just like
or if it's some made
a
up
zoo
thing.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
just-
that's okay. That does change it because that would be
so
fun.
awesome.
That
Like,
would be awesome.
And no one would believe me, but
I
I come
would
back and I'd be like,
Only
T-Rex
do
is
that
real.
if I could bring a helicopter with me because I don't want to be on the ground.
Well, like I just
What if that
assume you have
velociraptor comes after you?
I assume you have like a button that teleports you back to the future.
So right as the T-Rex is about to chomp you,
Yeah,
sitting
right.
on the toilet.
and then boom.
Yeah. I just think it'd be
Yeah, no, that would
loads
be
of
fun. That would be a lot of fun.
Jurassic Park was like my favorite movie growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
Well, Lion King was, and then Jurassic Park. But, yeah.
It progresses
It'd be a dream
as
come true.
as you get older. You know, it progresses. Cartoon lions turns into
CGI.
CGI dinosaurs.
Also, another question is, can you bring something back with you?
Sure.
Okay. What are you gonna bring back?
Well, I was just thinking. Well, so the first thing on my list was, and I wasn't really too committed to this, was kill baby Hitler.
Well, like I said, how are you gonna find him?
I didn't think about that. I just figured I'd go find him and kill him.
Yeah,
That wasn't an
like you
obstacle.
could-
You know, there'd be 6 million people that would thank you for that.
Yeah, definitely.
I
So
feel like you
that
could
was one
read
thing.
history before and be like, oh, Hitler was here at this
Yeah,
time.
yeah. You do your research and figure out like where he grew up and
Yeah.
whatever else. But I mean, you could memorize like a bunch of betting stuff.
Yeah.
Go back and, but I don't want to necessarily do it to make money. So the last thing that I'd probably actually do is go back to. There was 1 week span in my life when I was about 5 or 6 where I just like destroyed my face. I fell off a bike and landed on the concrete on my face, lost a tooth. A week later, I fell off the monkey bars and like swung around.
What a rough life.
Yeah,
God.
I already had the big fat lip, and then I swung around on the monkey bars, caught myself by my legs, and like the bar hit me right on this palate, like right above my teeth. It hurt so bad, but it's caused like so many issues in my face.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Like I swallow weird now, and my molars don't touch on the right side of my mouth, and
Dang.
yeah, it's all messed up. So I'd go talk to Baby Stan and be like, listen,
yeah.
you need to calm down
Maybe
a little
don't
bit.
go on the monkey bars today.
Yeah.
Yeah, get off that bike for
What
a
if
day.
like I stole the Declaration of Independence?
You'd get caught.
I don't know, man.
Go back in time to when Nick Cage stole it and
Yeah.
take it from him.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what if you
What
did
would you
it?
do with it?
I'd bring it back to the future, and everybody would be like, "Why does where is?"
When would you have stolen it? Would you have stolen it like before we sent it to Britain?
No.
And then it's like, oh, well, I guess we're still under Britain's rule. When you come back, you're like, look at this paper I have. And they're like, well, who? What?
Yeah.
What is this?
I would after they sign it. I don't know. Like I'd have to do the research, but you could steal something if you want to bring something back.
Is you just gonna like hang it on your wall? I mean, like
I'd be like, oh, look at this document. It's an original, one of a kind. And then, you would also be like, oh wow, are we still under Britain's rule? That could change everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It really all about, do you think if you go back in time and alter the past, is it going to alter the future?
I don't know.
Or is it just different time?
Yeah. Who knows?
Weird. All right. Now we're going to move on to what we thought was a pretty fun segment. We're calling it True Confessions. And it's really about who can spin the best lie.
Yeah.
So the object of it, we each have
convincingly tell the truth.
We each have 2 envelopes here, a true statement written in one and a false statement written in one. The other guys are going to choose which envelope to read and then have the opportunity to ask questions for about a minute or so. And then they've got to decide whether or not they think it was true. So last episode, we all told lies. And
came up with new lies.
Yeah, I think Stan was the only one who didn't get one right.
Yeah, he's so gullible.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe we all got one right. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
You didn't guess like if we were telling the truth or lies.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't know.
who cares? But John, you started first last time. Stan, why don't you start first this time?
Let's do it.
Okay, I choose this one.
This one.
Yeah.
The hat keeps killing my plant. I can't do it anymore.
You're proud of that plant.
I am
All right.
proud of that plant. It's the first plant I haven't killed, so yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I once
Proud of
jumped
you.
off a 15-foot building and almost broke my shoulder.
Okay. Why were you jumping off this building?
I went through a phase in high school where I was interested in parkour.
I fully believe that.
I also fully believe that.
I was not good at it.
What building was it?
Yeah.
It was Gordon Cooper Technology Center.
Been there. You
In
can't
Shawnee.
get on the roof, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the aviation campus, not the main campus.
Oh, okay. I fully believe that because I had my brother do. He went through that.
Parkour. What year was it?
No, he didn't go through the stage. But
That was 2014. So I had already graduated high school.
were you the only person doing it, or was there other people with you?
I was the only person doing it, and there was 3 people watching.
Okay.
But were you
They
part
were
of a parkour
they were
group?
smart enough to not participate.
How many beers had you had?
0 beers.
Oh,
How high were you?
About 15 feet.
15 feet.
No, I meant high.
Oh. To my recollection, I was not.
So you just offered to jump off this building for people while they watched?
For their entertainment.
How did you almost break your shoulder?
Well, I improperly rolled out of it, and I basically just kind of landed on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to like hit your feet and then roll.
Yeah.
But I hit my feet and then tried to roll, but I
And just stopped.
yeah.
Yeah, I fully believe this. I think I have all the questions I need. Because I definitely think Stan went through a parkour stage.
Me? No.
I'm gonna say it's a lie.
I think it's true.
It is true.
Damn. My gut said true, but then at the last second, I was like, I bet it's something that's so believable for Stan.
Yeah. No. It seems like. Yeah, I definitely think that's true. That's funny.
Dang. So parkour, huh?
Yeah.
How long did you do it? Was that the last time?
That's when I stopped.
Dang.
No, because I haven't done it in a long time. I probably can't do it right now. I used to be able to do a backflip standing on the ground.
Nice. I've seen you do it. It's impressive.
And I did gymnastics when I was a kid, so it was just kind of a fun progression of that. But concrete and acrobatics do not mix. I would not recommend it without a trained professional overseeing.
Yeah, this is one of those things where you have to put a flash on to the screen. Do not try
Disclaimer.
At home.
Don't jump off a 15-foot building.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go next.
I want that one.
All right. I'm always so nervous about which one it is.
Yeah. It's on the other side, I believe.
Okay. So in 8th grade at Falls Creek, I almost got sent home, as well as a other large group of gentlemen, for going down the slide at Baptist Lake when it was closed because it was raining.
Well, it was They didn't have to turn the water on because the rain was actually lubricating the slide.
Really, we're asking for it.
Yeah.
Except for the gentleman that was there.
Was there someone
asked us
standing?
not to do it.
How old was the gentleman? Was he an adult?
It was a False Creek worker.
Okay, he was a
So
staff member.
it's college kid.
So for those of you that don't know, False Creek is just a really big Baptist church camp in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
With
a big lake and
various activities there.
So
one of which is a
what
lake.
happened to you?
So we all, like a lot of us, jumped down the slide, got in, and then got out, and then we just started booking it back to.
Well, because you didn't have
you didn't have a life vest,
Everybody
I'm
had to
assuming?
wear life vests to go swimming, which I assume
Yeah.
you were not doing because you weren't supposed to be swimming.
Right. I mean, it was closed, but like they had people there because it was still recreation time or whatever we call that time.
How many people did it?
There was 8 people in the group. 4 of us jumped down the slide.
Who were the 4 people? Was
Do you want
Kenny
me to
one of
name
them?
them? No. Kenny was not there.
Oh, okay. That's the only friend that I know you have.
Brady and Austin Davis.
Okay, they were in the fantasy league.
Yeah, they were a part of it.
So was it like, were you going like one after another really fast to get everybody down there?
Yeah, I mean, because like the guy was like there. It wasn't like he was at the top of the hill or bottom of the hill.
Did
It was
he
like, don't do this. No, he was there.
Did he try to physically restrain you from doing it?
I don't think they're allowed to touch you.
I mean, he didn't try to grab me. No.
Did he talk to your cabin leader?
Yeah, they figured out what cabin we were from and came and talked to Joe. And so,
What did Joe do?
well, Joe was like, yeah, we'll handle it. And so we all had to do.
What was the punishment?
We had to do like KP or like clean like the whole
that sucks.
cabin,
Ugh.
like the rest, because it was like mid-week.
Oh, so you had to do it the rest of the
We
week?
had to do it the rest of the
Oh,
week.
no. That's funny. That's
Okay.
real funny. I believe it. I think it's true.
I also believe it.
Either, I'm sticking with my true answer. Either, I mean, this is obviously something Austin would do. And so this is the same case as the last one
Well,
when
actually,
you were
wait,
thinking with me. That could be a very convincing lie because we know he could do it.
But he doesn't like really swimming in lakes because he can't see the water.
But
like,
he
what's at the
is
bottom.
he is kind of rebellious and he likes to do things.
This is tough now.
Just to go
I
against
just
a man.
remembered That. Yeah, I have seen him in a lake.
I think it happened. Couldn't handle it anymore.
No.
No more hat for Austin.
I didn't like it. Cinco de March is
Okay,
dead.
I'm gonna stick with my gut, and I'll just say true as well.
True. It's true.
It's false. You're both wrong.
Oh,
It is.
that was a good one.
It is a true story, but I was not involved in any way. So
Yeah.
Brady
Oh.
and Austin and some of the other guys from the cat, it was raining that whole week. We were at Falls Creek.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even with their group when they went, and they went up there, and yeah, there was some lifeguard.
Dang.
That was kind of like and telling people it was closed, and they just went for it.
Yeah, that.
And,
Well done. That was a
yeah.
good one.
But they did get in trouble.
Yeah,
But then no one got sent home because Joe was like, "Who cares?"
yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
he just went down a slide. I mean,
Left or right? Okay.
John is opening the envelope. John is reading the letter.
So one time in high school, senior.
What year?
Senior.
What year were you
What
senior?
year?
Oh, 2011.
Yeah.
That's so long ago. I'm old.
Buffering. He
Yeah.
had to think about it.
I don't lie.
All right, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, you can't ask questions until after I finish my story.
I'll ask questions whenever I want.
So we were seeing who could eat the most, and I ate 2 hot and ready pizzas from Little Caesars,
2 full?
2 full, and I don't know how many drinks I had, but sodas.
Yeah.
Because I did not drink in high school. I don't really drink now, so.
How many people were there?
It was me and my bud, so there's probably like 4 of us.
How many did the other gentleman eat?
Somebody got up to 1.5. I won because I'm a winner.
Did you throw up directly afterwards?
I did not, but let me tell you how sick I felt. I will never do this again.
That's so much pizza.
Well,
What were the toppings?
it was just sausage. We were cheap and broke. in high
Did you eat the
school.
crust?
Yeah, I like the crust. The whole pizza.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know John can put down food, but 2 whole pizzas?
Okay, so he asked me the other day how much like, what's the most I've ever eaten at one time?
Yeah.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
Sounds like something I would do.
And I brought up the fact that I've eaten a whole hot and ready pizza
Oh, so
by
have I.
myself in high school.
It's easy.
And he did not say that he had done 2.
Well, maybe he was kind of fishing to see.
I don't think so. I think he wrote it just now.
See, I think this is just a little too, because 2 whole pizzas,
Yeah.
like I could put
How
down some
long did it
pizza.
take you?
Hour-ish. I don't know.
That's a lot of eating.
Yeah. Well, you see how much I can eat now.
Also, and drinking soda, because the carbonation fills up your stomach too. And
It's a lie. It doesn't add up.
yeah, I don't think
impossible.
I don't think it's possible.
What
'Cause-
soda did you drink?
Dr. Pepper. It's the best soda out there.
Little Caesars doesn't even sell Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, we didn't get the. So they sell Coke. You don't get
Coke products,
They
Pepsi.
You don't
they sell
well,
Pepsi. They sell root beer.
Oh, okay. Well, then you
Um,
don't get your soda from there. You get it from the grocery store or the gas station.
Yeah, I know John can eat more than me in one sitting, but I don't think he
It's
can
a
eat
lie.
that much.
I think it's a lie.
It's a lie.
It is a lie.
Yeah!
I just tried it. I was having trouble coming up with a lie. But
If you'd
I-
have said 1.5, I
I-
would have believed it.
yeah, I just thought I liked whole numbers, so you know.
That's why you did it, is because you're whole numbers only.
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you. I think I probably could have. I wouldn't have stopped at 1.5 because like, oh, I can eat another 4 pizzas. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, see,
I honestly think I could. I know I've eaten 1 for sure. That's so easy.
I don't think you could eat 2 because you can eat 1 in maybe 30 minutes, right?
Oh, I'm faster than that.
Okay. But it takes your brain 20 minutes to realize that you're full.
Yeah.
And so by the time you finish that whole pizza, you're like, okay, like,
Yeah,
and then
but did you guys ever go to CC's Pizza and eat their little pizza buffet?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but those are like thin crust pizzas.
But
It's
you
true.
eat a ton of them.
But how many
Not
have you?
2 pizzas worth.
Have you ever
No.
eaten like 30 pieces of it?
30?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I was about to be astounded.
I have done it.
30 pieces?
Yeah. it's
Jeez,
intense.
man. Did you eat the crust?
Yeah. I like crust. I eat the whole thing. Just one.
Well, a lot of people will say that they ate like this much pizza, but they didn't eat the crust. So
No.
it's not really eating that much pizza.
No,
Yeah.
you eat the crust. I love the crust. It's
I
great.
like the crust too.
But yeah, no,
Sometimes.
I fully believe I could have. I've never done it, but and I don't think I could now.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the YouTube video where we
Where
go to
John
Little
eats as
Caesars
much as he
and John
can.
just gorges himself.
No, I don't think I could do it now, and I also have no desire to do it now.
Yeah.
2 pizzas and a 2-liter of Pepsi.
Ugh.
All right. Well, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I feel pretty successful of pulling the wool over you guys' eyes.
Yeah.
Crafted a pretty good lie for having come up with it 20 minutes ago.
I got one of you.
Yeah, you got me. All right. Well, this will be a pretty fun draft for all of you listeners who are from Oklahoma. Because today we are drafting the top Oklahoma celebrities.
Oh, boy.
We
So,
all live in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Only Austin is from Oklahoma.
True.
true.
Born in.
Yeah, the other 2 of us are not born in America.
From
Right.
abroad.
Yeah,
But you were raised, I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
came
yeah,
over
yeah.
as a baby.
Yeah, no, but
But I'm the only one who can be drafted in this draft
exactly right.
Because
because
you were
the
born.
criteria is being born in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
So birth certificates out. We're doing some research. I'm going to go ahead and throw out there. I was thinking about drafting Merle Haggard with one of these. Merle Haggard was not born in Oklahoma. He's just an Okie from Muskogee.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Dad, can't draft your favorite country music artist.
Oh, interesting.
Too
I didn't-
bad.
Oh, he's a big Merle fan.
I mean, it makes sense. I figured he maybe like Willie or.
I mean, he likes Willie too, but
Yeah.
Merle was always who he listened to. So in verifying that he was not born in Oklahoma, I was reading up on his page. Merle Haggard lived a rough life.
Did he?
I mean, he was like, so his song "Mama Tried," where that is like based on his life of his mom like sent him to a juvenile detention center because he was
Too wild.
He was
Dang.
too wild, and then it just only made it worse. And then he was like in and out of prison, and I was like, oof, I didn't know that about old Merle. So
Yeah, yikes.
all right, well, John, you have the first pick. So who do you think is the top celebrity from Oklahoma.
My favorite celebrity from Oklahoma, loyal and true, went to the same school I did. He's the biggest selling artist of all time. Give me Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew. I mean, that had to be.
Yeah.
I mean, when people think
101.
Oklahoma, they think Garth.
Yeah. I love Garth. So.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Stan.
It is me. I'm going to go with a household name, Mr. Chuck Norris. Everybody knows who Chuck Norris is. He's the original badass. You can't do anything against Chuck Norris because have you guys ever? I mean, everybody has, but like Chuck Norris jokes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're so funny.
Do you have one
That's my guy.
you'd specifically like to share?
I started saying that and then I had to think about it. No, what's one? When Chuck Norris does a push-up, he doesn't push up; he pushes the earth down.
Okay.
Mhm.
I never really liked Chuck Norris jokes.
I mean, they're just really kind of like dad
Yeah.
jokes, except Chuck Norris jokes.
Yeah. I also never really got the whole point about Chuck Norris, but
Oh.
it was just a different time.
When I was a little kid, I did think Walker Texas Ranger was really cool. But
Yeah.
then I watched it, probably in
As an
college,
adult.
and I was like, "This is so stupid."
Yeah. I mean, I never really watched anything of his, but that probably leads into why I think that.
Yeah.
I got one more that's good, and then we'll be done. Chuck Norris can kill 2 stones with 1 bird.
Stone's already dead, so
Yeah.
nailed it.
All right. Well, I kind of figured that this person would already be drafted because, and I honestly did not know that he was from
I didn't either. I
Oklahoma.
know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Mr. Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
from Shawnee, Oklahoma.
that's where I grew up.
Yeah, no, I knew. I figured he'd be taken with top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I was hopeful that Garth would make it back to me, but
Yeah, no.
So yeah, I'm gonna take Brad Pitt. Now here's where I've got a couple different people on here that I'm choosing between, but I think this is maybe the bigger historical name, maybe not as well known as of recently, but I am gonna draft old Mr. Mickey Mantle
Mm.
from
Okay.
Spavinaw,
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yep.
Mr. 56 game hit streak.
That's right.
You
That's
didn't know
crazy.
that,
I
did
have no idea. I know nothing about
Baseball.
baseball.
you? Yeah, so do you even know who he is?
He played for the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't have even told you that.
Oh, come on, guys.
That's funny.
mean-
we've been over this.
Yeah, baseball.
Well, Stan,
I'm not into
yeah,
sports.
but like, come on, you gotta at least know who
It's
your
classic.
draft.
I know.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
that he played
Yeah.
for the Yankees, but
Yeah.
Well,
I
you were
didn't-
questioning.
I mean, yeah,
Like, Yankees, right?
I know that he's, the stadium in Oklahoma City. Is named after him.
Sure is.
Or at least a restaurant is named after him.
Mickey Mantle Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My next pick from good old Ada, Oklahoma, Blake Shelton,
Yeah.
Yeah.
country music star.
I had him high on the list.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
He was pretty good.
Yeah.
And he's pretty popular right now.
He is
with
very
everything
popular.
that he's in.
Okay. I have 2 picks in a row. So I'm gonna stick with country music. I think. Actually, no. I'm gonna pivot from country music, and I'm gonna go comedic actor, from Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I live, Mr. Bill Hader.
Damn. I wanted him so bad, but I thought that you would forget that he's from Oklahoma.
Like I don't. He didn't start out super popular, but I feel like he's picking up steam. I
Yeah.
think he's super funny. He's just kind of an awkward everyday guy that's really funny. So yeah, give me Bill Hader.
Yeah, his SNL stuff is pretty funny. And then if you haven't seen the show Barry
Yeah.
on HBO,
Pretty good.
Go watch it. It's pretty funny. Got Bill Hader and Henry Winkler in there.
Yeah. Okay, my next one is gonna be. I'm gonna go with. I don't know if I can do this, but I'm gonna ask. They're all from Oklahoma.
No, the answer is no.
All American Rejects. They started in Oklahoma City. They're all from Oklahoma. Can I pick a band?
No, you have to pick a
Okay.
person.
It's a
Okay,
celebrity.
okay, that's fair.
You
Then,
picked the lead singer.
No, I'm good.
Do you know who the lead singer is?
No, I'm good because I like the band. I like the
didn't answer.
band. I don't know who the singers are. So
Lead singer is Tyson Ritter.
okay,
He's from Stillwater.
yeah, okay.
Stillwater.
Producer Amy has seen him in Aspen a few times.
Oh,
Ah.
cool. No, I'm a big fan of their music. Growing up is
Swing,
fun.
swing.
Yeah. So if I can't do that, I'm gonna go with
Cross
Carrie-
Canadian ragweed.
Carrie Underwood.
Carrie
that was
Underwood.
going to be my next one.
Yeah. She's a superstar. She's
Shakota, Oklahoma.
Shakota, Oklahoma. She's got some jams out there. So
Yeah, I mean, my grandpa lived in Eufaula at the end of his life, and I mean, I've got family in that area, and they knew her parents. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I've also heard not great things about her as a person.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Well-
like her in that town, like
Yeah.
she wasn't the nicest person.
man, people always, people come out of the woodwork. I mean, who knows if it's true or not? We've never met her,
Right,
But-
but she's a vegan, so I believe it.
but she does make good music. So
That's
let's
funny.
go.
All right,
Um,
Stan, can't draft Carrie.
That's so sad. My draft is
That's funny that I took
Not
both
as
of your
good
guys'
now.
next picks.
I know. Okay. I got to do it. Well, I don't have to, but I'm going to. Dr. Phil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phil McGraw.
Yeah.
Phil McGraw.
Not a real doctor.
Disclaimer,
doctor.
not a real doctor.
It's like a Fermi Long.
Yeah,
thing.
he's from Veneta.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that is.
It's northeast Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You know, if you're
I haven't
taking
spent much time
44
up there.
and that
Up towards
McDonald's,
Miami.
the McDonald's that goes over the highway,
Oh.
Interstate?
I don't know if I've ever. Surely I've driven past that.
Surely
Yeah.
you've been stopped there. Everyone
Yeah.
stops there.
all right, that's the town,
Yeah.
essentially. All right, Dr. Phil. Okay, got Brad Pitt. I've got Mickey Mantle. There's someone I know. I'm going to take with my last pick. So I'm trying to decide. I think. Okay, I think I'm going to let this person maybe fall to John. We'll see. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
You're not worried about Stan?
No. I'm torn
I see how it
between
is.
two people because,
Well, Austin and I like so many of the same things.
well,
We worry about each other in the drafts.
all right. I think I'm going to go another athlete.
I know who you're going with.
Me too.
Yeah, he's the other big person from
Yeah.
Oklahoma. Played basketball at Midwest City High School. And that is Mr. Blake Griffin, who
Yeah.
recently released from the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
So, not doing great right now in the NBA, but maybe he'll make his way back to
I think
Oklahoma
he's
City.
trying to make he's just trying to go to a championship team.
Oklahoma City, that's right.
Get a ring.
Yeah. All right, so I got Blake Griffin. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't have drafted him.
That was going to be
No.
my next one.
Okay,
So-
well.
I was never a Blake Griffin fan. Like he went to OU. Blech.
Yeah, he's just a big Oklahoma
Yeah, I know he's-
celebrity.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll talk about the other person I was thinking about at the end. But my last pick, going back to my roots, he's from Choctaw, Oklahoma. He's a former Disney star, Ryan Merriman. He starred in Luck of the Irish. He starred in Smart House
Oh,
from Choctaw High School. Yeah.
Oh man, that brings back some memories.
He, big he's got like a mural in the drama department area thingy.
I'll be honest with you. I have no idea who this guy
Well,
is.
that makes total sense because you didn't have Disney growing up.
Yeah.
And you
I remember
missed
watching
out.
the movies. I don't remember the actor specifically, but
Yeah, Ryan Merriman is not a vote getter, but I've got to be true to who I am as a Choctaw graduate.
I'm
Yep.
looking at his movies and stuff. The only thing I recognize that he's been in is 42, but I do not recognize who he played. So
Oh, I don't remember him in that, but he was also in Final Destination.
never watched it. Don't as we went over. I don't like scary movies.
Yeah, I love it.
all right. Well, I think I'm gonna stick to a original Oklahoman, obviously, but like someone that is part of Oklahoma's history, Will Rogers.
Yeah.
A lot of things named after it. Will Rogers Airport. He was a cowboy. He was
Singing
Yeah.
cowboy.
yeah,
Country
yeah. He
Music
did
Hall
all
of
sorts of
Fame.
cool stuff. Give me some Will Rogers.
All
Or
right.
is it Country Music Hall of Fame or Cowboy Hall of Fame?
I think he's in a cowboy.
he might be
Hall
in
of
both. Who
Fame.
knows?
I don't know. But he died with Wiley Post in a plane crash.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're the only state that has their airports named after two
People who died in.
airplanes. Yeah. So go Oklahoma.
Here's a quote from Will Rogers: "Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there."
True. Yeah, very good. Okay, I've got the last pick. I've got a few in here. I thought maybe Austin would pick this guy because he's considered the greatest athlete of all time, Jim Thorpe.
Yeah, he was on my
Yeah.
list.
He's on my list. I've read a
Oh, is that
book
who you're
of his.
drafting?
No,
Oh.
I've read a book of his. It's really interesting, just
Yeah.
because of his life and going all around. Also, I have another person on here who's just an absolute babe who I might just
Olivia Munn.
yeah, I might
Yeah.
just draft. I mean, I think the only movies that I recognize her in are
Alien versus Predator.
Alien versus Predator, Office Christmas Party, the X-Men movie.
Yeah.
But
Did you watch Newsroom?
No, I
on
heard it's
HBO?
really good.
Oh, it's such a good show.
I haven't watched it yet though. It's on my list that I need.
She's also super smart.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Gotta be true to who I am. Give me Olivia Munn.
Yeah. She is
I almost
good
picked.
looking.
Yeah, I almost picked Gary England as well.
Yeah.
I should have. But
Gary is a
he's from Oklahoma and he's an Oklahoma celebrity. Like
Right.
you're not gonna think of him if you're living in Texas or California, or even some
Right.
of our overseas fans. We're like, who the
Gary.
heck?
Gary was on the weather for so long.
Yeah, he brought so much.
And if there's anything Oklahomans know, it's the weather.
Yeah, he brought a lot of calmness and stuff to households here in Oklahoma. But
Yeah, he was on my list. I also, the person I almost drafted, mostly because of my childhood, he was my favorite country artist, was Toby Keith.
yeah,
But
I wasn't gonna draft him.
I don't really like his music so much anymore. I don't really listen
Same.
to country music anymore. But then also, once I learned that he was a diehard OU fan, it really just took a turn south for me. It just seemed like any game I watched, he was always on the sidelines. Ugh.
Yeah.
His bathtub has a OU
Yeah, he's
like
al-
a
he's
mosaic
always there.
tile
Ooh,
on the bottom.
Yeah.
Bathtub?
On the
Yeah.
he's always at the home game.
I hated it.
Yeah. Ben
So,
Rector made my list.
yeah.
I'm a
He's
pretty big
from
Ben
Tulsa.
Rector fan. I know he's not super. I think he's more of a writer, known more as a writer than as a musician.
Singer-songwriter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Different crowd.
Yeah.
Probably, I mean, pretty similar to like the Taylor Swift crowd. I mean, like love song kind of thing. But I mean, I listened to him.
Yeah, I think he's. I think.
Well, I don't
he's
listen to him so much anymore, but went through a phase of listening to him a
Yeah,
lot.
he's pretty good.
I had Reba on the list
Yeah,
too.
she made mine as well, but obviously
but
did not
she,
draft.
I didn't really like much of her music, so
I did watch her TV show some growing up. It was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
funny.
yeah.
I don't know if it was funny because of her, but it was, and I don't know if I'd enjoy it now. But
Yeah. Stan, do you have anyone else on your list?
Not any good ones. What else did I have? Most of mine got picked. James Marsden.
Yeah.
Um,
I thought
what
about
was
putting
he?
him.
He was.
he was Cyclops in the X-Men, and he
Yeah.
was in some TV shows.
Was he like Dawson's Creek or?
I don't
He was on one of
remember.
those kind of.
Yeah, I'm not super
Angsty
familiar with him.
TV
That's why I didn't
shows.
pick him.
Yeah. I know if Mason is listening to this, Mason Waldvogel, he is probably screaming and telling us why we did not pick Walter Cronkite, who's a big news guy.
But
Oh
news.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think that's the only one that I have that didn't get picked.
Hmm.
Okay.
All my
Yeah.
other
I mean,
ones
it's
got
not a very long list,
No.
so
Yeah.
of like big names.
picked. Yeah.
Until we get there,
Yeah.
and then we'll add 3 more to
Yeah.
Well, then you can only add one of us.
yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for episode 12. So be sure to check in on Twitter and vote for this draft.
Well, are you you kind of opened it up on Instagram and stuff too? How they
Well,
vote.
sort of. Yeah, sort
So-
of. I mean, they're able to like kind of say who they think is the best, but that's only for like
So
a
do
day.
those votes count or not?
Sure don't.
Oh.
Well, then why do it there
Why
if they don't
can't-
count?
I'm just curious, engaging with people, you know.
I mean, I feel like they should count. I don't. if
Well,
they're
we
gonna
had
ask-
3 people vote, and one of them was Stan. So.
Vote for myself every time.
So but the voting is open longer.
Up until it goes from Monday to Saturday.
Yeah,
right?
usually closes Friday at noon or Saturday at noon, something like that. But I've won 3 in a row, so I'm ready to make it.
I am
fourth.
a little bit upset that I did not win last week. 'Cause I thought I killed it.
He just got it
Yeah.
because he had Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
No,
Speaking of that, I had 2 of my leftovers last. Like I had Chinese food leftovers and I had honey Chipotle chicken crispers leftovers last week. Oh my gosh, I picked correctly. They're so freaking good.
Yeah, I had spaghetti leftover. It was good. I also had Chinese leftover, and it was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where you went wrong.
No,
Yep.
I love Chinese. Like, I've got to stay true to me. I love Chinese food.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
All right, let's end this show. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Awkward ending.
Yeah.
See you when you see it.